Father is taking us with him.
Shalom. Those two boys, they're two of the 6 boys that I helped Adriel, my brother-in-law, raise. It's so sad. It's so sad the way they died. All on the same day, all 6 of them. I was never able to have children of my own. Sometimes when you see people all dressed beautifully and shined up and polished, you don't really think about the pain that is inside of them.
Jesus.
The hurt, the anger, the unforgiveness. That's my story.
Jesus.
I have been hurt. I have been mistreated.
Jesus.
I have been abused. If only I would have learned to forgive, my life could have been different. And maybe I would not turn out so bitter.
Jesus.
Jesus.
King Saul was my father. Some of you have heard of my brother, Jonathan. There was a man in the kingdom whose name was David. David was a mighty warrior for the Lord that God had sent to help my father. But for some crazy reason, my father wanted to kill David. He was so jealous of him. So my father, King Saul, came up with this idea that David could become his son-in-law. And he thought, I'll give him my daughter, Mary. Even though David never asked my father for Mary. My father thought, I will give him Mary and set him up so that I can kill him. My father told David about this offer, and David, being a shepherd boy from a lowly background, thought that is too high of an honor for me to be the king's son-in-law. But my father insisted, and he told David, if you go out and fight the Lord's battle for me, I will give you my daughter. So David, being the warrior that he was, he went out and fought the battle against the Philistines, and he won. But when David came back to receive my sister, Mary, as his wife, my father changed his mind. And he gave my sister to Adriel. Well, time passed. My father, who acted so insane, came up with another idea. And he told David, I'll give you a second chance to be my son-in-law. Now, I loved David. Everybody in the kingdom loved David. And the word got back to my father that I loved David. So my father said, I'll give you Michal. But his thought was, I'll give David Michal so she can be a snare to him, so she can trap him. That's what my father thought about me, that I would trap David. And instead of requiring from David a dowry for me, my father told David to go out and fight and bring back 100 Philistine foreskins. How sick! He wanted foreskins for me? But David, being the warrior that he was, he went out and fought. And he came back with 200 foreskins. I did not think it was that nice. Foreskins stink. They're rotten. They would rot. And it was for me? What did my father think of me? We were married, David and I. And my father still wanted to kill my husband, the man that he gave me to. Messengers were told to come to our house at night and kill my husband. My father sent them there. When I heard the word, I told David, you must leave. You must leave. I put him through the window. He escaped and he ran away. And when the messengers arrived, they said, where's David? I said, he's sick. I had put a household idol in the bed in the place of David. I put some goat's hair around him and put some cover on top of it to make it appear like David was there. But my father heard that David was sick, and he said, bring the sick bed to me and I will kill him on his bed. That was my husband. The man that my father gave to me. So it was a while. Time went on, and I never did hear from David, the man that I loved. But King Saul, my father, came, and he decided, even though I was married to David, that he would give me to another man.
Yes.
He gave me to Faulty. Faulty and I were married for a while, and time went on. And then one day my father died. And when father died, the kingdom split. In the southern kingdom, David became king of Judah. But my father's emissary sort of fought over who would be the king of Jerusalem. But it was God's plan all along for David to be the king of Jerusalem. So those emissaries talked with David and said, we surrender. Come to Jerusalem and be the king of the United Kingdom. David said, I will come and I will form a treaty with you. But in this treaty, bring me Michal, Saul's daughter. They used me again as a pawn. I was part of a treaty. David had 5 wives at this point. He had children. And now all I was going to be was another wife in the harem. Well, Faulty was there. Now, I remember the day when my brother Ishmael came and knocked on the door and said to me, Michal, you must come. We're taking you to David. Faulty followed us along the road, and he cried, and he wept, and he hollered, and he screamed for me. But Ishmael told him, stop it! Shut up and go home. They hurt me. They hurt me so bad. If only I could have learned to forgive, my life would have been so much better. I could have made better choices if I could just forgive. I was so hurt, so hurt, so hurt. So much pain, so much rejection, so much abuse and mistreatment. Then one day in Jerusalem, I heard from the palace window noise outside. I looked out the window, and there were people that were dancing and playing instruments and rejoicing. The Ark of the Covenant was coming back to Jerusalem. King David out there dancing like a vulgar man, dancing out of his clothes, all before the slave girls. When I went down to speak to him, I said, "You are so disgusting.
Yeah.
It is a disgrace
Jesus.
and a shame.
Yes.
You are acting like some kind of low-life shepherd boy." It was my intent to hurt him
Yes.
because he had hurt me before.
Yes.
And do you know what David said to me? King David said to me, "I was dancing before the Lord.
Yes.
I was dancing before the Lord who gave me this kingdom, who chose me over your father and all of your relatives." He even said, I will become more humble than that, more dishonorable because of who my Lord is. And I just shook my head. How disgraceful. I despised him.
Jesus.
And the last word in Psalms, in Samuel, it is written in chapter 3 about me. After that, I did not have any children for the rest of my life.
Jesus.
So when you see people, don't assume that just because they look good on the outside, that there is not pain inside,
Yes.
that there is not hurt inside, that they do not know how to forgive. When you see people, share with them the love, the way.
Yes.
I could have done better.
Jesus.
My name is Michal, and whatever you do, don't call me Michael.